Today was supposed to be the last and final paint day, and on the way to the shop it starts raining. I might set up the booth in the shop, I might not. Guess we'll see. We took Bobby's car today. We are getting that fender PDR'd, so hopefully that's gonna save us quite a bit of hassle and work on that front fender. If we can just get it PDR'd, I don't think it cracked the paint at all. I'll show you guys when we get to the shop. That's a lot of power to be ripping around with a whack alignment, especially in the rain. She just goes completely sideways. Gets a little bit squirrely, a little bit sketchy. So this is the fender I'm talking about. This is where Bobby got hit. If you guys didn't watch that video, someone merged into her, took out the bumper, fender, wheel, some suspension stuff, mirror, kind of scuffed the door a little bit, front lip, and some other stuff as well. I know a lot of you guys were interested on the total like repair cost of this thing. Bobby's dad owns a collision center, so she went in there and got an insurance quote. I think it's around $7,000 quoted to get this car fixed. Now of course we're not going to go that route. That would just be like paying a shop to do it all. If we can get this fender PDR'd, which I'm sure we can, we're gonna have it worked on later on today. That should save us a ton of work. Then we won't have to respray the fender. It didn't crack the paint at all. It chipped it a tiny bit right there, but a little bit of touch up, wet sand buff should be good to go there. Front bumper is gonna need to be resprayed, of course, and fix that crack. Wheel is on back order. I have no clue when the wheel is gonna show up. That was about $600 for one replacement wheel. And then I know some control arm stuff got bent up as well. So all in all, it's probably gonna run us, I don't know, maybe like $2,000 or something to get it all fixed. I know that carbon lip is pretty freaking expensive. The wheel was expensive. And then I'm sure me or Bobby's dad is gonna fix up the front bumper and this thing should be back on the road. Heading into the shop, all these parts look so freaking nice. I am so excited for the hatch build now. I need to do some rearranging. Like I said, it started to rain, so I gotta get that canopy, the paint booth out of the rain. So I'm gonna start moving all the stuff in the back, and I'm just gonna put the canopy over there somewhere. But damn, check out how good this stuff turned out. So freaking beautiful. Sheesh. A little bit of wet sand, a little bit of buff. This thing got 2 bugs in it. It's crazy how soft this paint still is. It's not sticky at all, of course. It's probably been like 12 hours, but still definitely soft to the touch. It's pretty amazing how they fit that big old freaking tent in that little ass bag. How do they do it? I guess I'll figure it out when I'm completely done spraying, but for now, she can sleep right there. Maybe one day we'll have a giant shop and I'll have to use Evos and Supras as storage for STIs. Let's move on to this thing. We gotta get this car fully prepped out and ready to go for some paint. Main thing I want to do is just go through. We got to clean up the whole interior. I want to vacuum it, get all this dust off of everything, because the more dust that's on the car, the more dust that's going to be the paint. So I want to get it as clean as possible, even though everything of course is going to be masked off. I still want to get it cleaned up quite a bit. So let's pull this thing out and get some cleaning done. So we got it cleaned up a little bit, vacuumed off the seats and the dash. She of course is gonna need a ton more work when it's all finished being painted. Went ahead, pressure washed the engine bay and the wheels and whatnot as well. We need to completely prep out this car. I would rather not be rushed with the chassis of this thing. So today's goal is just to get it 100% prepped out and probably the majority of it masked as well. I'm not very good at masking, to be honest. I'm really slow at it. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with the back end. We haven't touched anything from about the taillights down, so we got to get all of that cleaned up, scuffed up. And then there are some holes that I want to weld up as well. There were 2 extra holes for some reason for the wide body kit, so I want to go ahead, get those welded up, and then I'll just put some glaze over it, get it all flattened out, and that should be good there. But let's start off with this back end. All right, we're gonna take a quick break from working on the hatch. We have Ryan here from Spokane Dent Repair. He is gonna do some work on Bobby's STI, see if we can get this dent pulled out of this thing.
When were you born?
94.
94?
Yeah.
God, now I feel old. Yeah, almost 27 years. It's pretty crazy. It's come a long way. A lot more tool makers out there, and people have gotten really innovative with tools and glue pulling and
And just like that, my friends, dent be gone. That's pretty wild. Now we just got to fix. Got to buff that out a little bit. Tiny little chip right there that we could just fill and then wet sand. Whenever we base the bumper, I'll probably just fill that in with some of the base and then wet sand it and be good to go. And then of course fix the bumper, and the body on this thing should be perfect. I'm gonna see if I can't real quick buff that stuff off. It should have come off fairly easy. Couple seconds of buffing, fender looks mint. Pretty crazy what PDR can do. If you're in the Spokane area and you're looking for someone to do your PDR work, I'll have Spokane Dent Repair down in the description box below. Bobby's on her way right now to pick up her car. Let's see if she can find a dent. Also, it looks like the sun is about to stay out for the rest of the day. At least I sure hope it is. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the booth back out and set it up. And we are gonna spray out all those random black pieces that we needed to get painted. It's midday right now, so we have plenty of time. I don't think we're gonna spray the actual car itself, but we might later tonight. Depending on how late I want to stay at the shop, I could just put the booth inside, get it nice and warm in here. And honestly, I think I'm overthinking the car itself. There's nothing left to this car. All we have is pretty much the roof, the jambs, and the quarter panels. That's about it. That's gonna be super, super easy to spray. It's just quite large. But let's go ahead and get that booth set back up out in the sun, and we can get those black panels knocked out. Check out your fender real quick.
Holy crap! It's like it never got into a rip.
You like it?
Yeah.
And I buffed it out and I buffed out your door.
And now it looks brand new? The hell?
Well, we got a little chip we gotta fill in, that's about it.
Fine.
Pretty nuts, huh?
It's really, really good work. Give me Moochie, I gotta go. Okay, I already had a Moochie, I gotta go.
Love you, bud.